15 of the most famous alien and monster photographs ever taken. Since the dawn of time, the human race has seen mystery and intrigue around every corner. Mysterious events have been put down to the supernatural, the paranormal, and even the extraterrestrial. One thing's for sure, there have been a lot of unexplained mysteries over the centuries, and with modern technology giving people greater access to photography and previously unexplored parts of the galaxy, there are bound to be plenty more cropping up. We've tracked down some of the most famous alien and monster photographs ever taken to show just how weird and wonderful the world can be. Number 1. Juvenile Bigfoot, 2007. In September 2007, Rick Jacobs placed a motion-sensing camera in a tree along the game trails of Pennsylvania. This camera later captured multiple images which appear to show some bears being chased off by an ape-like creature which resembled a juvenile Bigfoot. Several witnesses have claimed to see juvenile Bigfoot over the years, describing them as walking on four legs, which have led to them being dismissed as fake or likely to be another animal misidentified. Number 2. The Loch Ness Monster, 565 AD. Nessie is the fabled creature that famously inhabits Loch Ness in Scotland. This monster might well be the oldest of the unexplained mysteries on our list, as the earliest reports of sightings date back to 565 AD. Since that time, plenty of people have claimed to see the monster of the loch, but there have also been many false sightings, hoaxes, and misidentifications that have included everything from trees to natural gases. Number 3. An ancient visitor from outer space? 15th century. This painting by Domenico Ghirlandaio of the Madonna with Saint Giovannino dates back to the 15th century and seemingly shows an unidentified flying object, UFO, hovering in the background. It might be a bit of a stretch, but some have theorized that it's not a mistake in the painting or a cloud in the sky, because if you look carefully, you can see a man standing below staring up at the object. Number 4. Ectoplasm seances, 1912. During the 19th and 20th centuries, spiritualism took a grip on society with many people believing that mediums could help communicate with the dead. Fraudsters took to manipulating their audiences with a variety of tricks and illusions aimed at duping them out of their hard-earned cash. Strong favorites at the time came in the ability to produce convincing ectoplasm, apparitions, and manifestations that couldn't easily be explained by the average person. In this photo, Martha Barrow apparently conjures an inexplicable light between her hands and ectoplasm above her head. Number 5. The Time-Traveling Hipster, 1941. There are a fair few stories and legends of time travelers throughout history. The most popular so far has proven to be this image from 1941, taken at the reopening of the South Fork Bridge, British Columbia. The picture apparently shows a man in modern clothing and wearing sunglasses in an era when most people were sporting suits. Though there have been many arguments and explanations which counter the theory, it's still wildly popular on the internet. Number 6. The Battle of Los Angeles, 1942. Shortly after the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, in the early hours of the morning 25 February 1942, an unidentified aircraft was spotted in the skies above Los Angeles. Fearing another attack, military forces fired over 1,400 anti-aircraft shells into the sky and apparently hit nothing. Photographs from the event appeared to show a flying saucer-like object hanging in the sky and caught in the military searchlights. Of course, the government denied the sighting and put it down to weather balloons. Number 7. The McMinnville UFO photographs, 1950. In May 1950, a series of photographs were taken by Paul Trent at his farm near McMinnville, Oregon in the United States. These images appeared to show a metallic disc-shaped object moving slowly in the skies above the farm. The event was witnessed by Paul Trent and his wife Evelyn. Despite many arguments that the photographs were fake, the two witnesses maintained their statements that images were genuine right until their deaths in the late 1990s. Number 8. The Babushka Lady, 1963. In 1963, President John F. Kennedy was assassinated while riding in his motorcade in Dallas, Texas. Many conspiracy theories and wild claims have centered around the events of that day. Perhaps the least known of which relates to this woman nicknamed the Babushka Lady, thanks to the headscarf she can be seen wearing in photographs. Based on images taken from that day, the woman can be seen pointing a camera at the president's car at an angle that would have captured essential footage. Despite this, the woman apparently never came forward, and the images from her camera have never. Number 9. The Hook Island Sea Monster, 1964. While on a boat trip with his family in the summer of 1964, Robert Lasarek saw a creature in the Australian waters that appeared monster-like in size. Described as being around 80 feet in length, with serpent-like features and eyes on top of its head, the creature quickly became known as the Hook Island Monster. Many theories have debunked the photograph as being either fake or staged, but the myth lives on. Number 10. Bigfoot, 1967. Bigfoot is a legend that dates back as far as 1867, with several people reporting seeing giant wild men wandering the forests and mountains of the Pacific Northwest parts of the United States and Canada. In 1967, filmmakers Roger Patterson and Robert Gimlin captured the most famous and well-known footage of Bigfoot in existence. Its authenticity has been in much dispute in the decades that followed, but there's certainly something compelling about it. Number 11. The Portuguese Chupacabra, 2016. The legend of the Chupacabra finds its roots in the Americas, where a creature is said to wander the lands attacking and killing livestock and drinking the blood from their remains. Reports of Chupacabra have since come from all over the world, and in 2016, a video was captured in the Portuguese desert. The video appears to show a man-like beast walking through the desert and then disappearing behind a bush. Much like all the videos of Bigfoot, the footage is long distance and low quality, so we'll leave it up to you to judge its validity. Number 12. The Myakka skunk ape, 2000. The Myakka skunk ape is by most accounts a distant relation Bigfoot's. This large ape-like creature has been spotted many times over the years, with the earliest sightings dating back to the 1960s, but more recently it has also been caught multiple times on video. The skunk ape mostly inhabits regions of Florida and got its name due to the stink that often accompanies its sightings. Skeptics of the sightings say that it's far more likely to be misidentification of other wildlife, including local black bears. Much like the footage of Bigfoot, recordings and photographs of the skunk ape are often shaky, low quality or taken from an extreme distance. Number 13. The Hubble Pyramid, 2008. From around 1999, the Hubble telescope was pointed at the moon and captured a number of images. One of these photographs, never officially released by NASA, appears to show a pyramid on the surface. This is the second sighting of a pyramid-like object on the moon, the first being captured during Apollo 17's mission, but neither has been accurately explained or had its authenticity confirmed by the authorities. Thus, the mystery of the moon pyramids continues. Number 14. The death of Alyssa Lamb, 2013. In 2013, Alyssa Lamb was staying at the Hotel Cecil in Los Angeles. She went missing during her stay and was later discovered in the water tank on the hotel's roof. There were several unusual facts about the case which made it mysterious, including a video released by the LAPD of her getting into a lift, pressing multiple buttons, and apparently trying to hide from someone. Access to the hotel roof was blocked at the time of her death, and both toxicology and coroner reports showed no visible trauma or reason for her passing. Though her death was officially labeled as accidental drowning, there have been many other theories that include her being victim to a serial killer. Number 15. The Hospital Demon. This blurry scene apparently came from a camera feed over a hospital bed. It's a bit hard to see, but seems to show a small demonic-like creature walking across the bed. Creepy. Whether these photos are real or fake, I do know that these are enough to drive a man crazy and into believing that even after all these years, humans still haven't understood anything about Earth. Hope you all enjoyed the video. See you next time.